My name is Yvonne Davis, and I've been a vegetarian since I was 13 years old.
I'm Katie McGlicko. I work at Hickory Hills Country Club. I am from Louisiana, home of deep-fried pork barbecue and all that. And becoming a vegetarian in a state that is made primarily of carnivores was definitely different. So.
What did your friends think about it when you first decided?
I guess my friends didn't really care. In high school, I mostly ate like peanut butter for lunch, PB&J sandwiches. So it's not like I was really ever a big meat eater. My family was the biggest thing because all of our family get-togethers. My grandma's got like ham and turkey and pasta with big meatballs. It was hard, but they kind of just told me if I was going to do it, fend for yourself. You don't like what we're eating, then you can go out in the backyard and eat some grass. So
it's a gross process.
It's just disgusting to me. My heart feels for the animals too, but I know people are going to eat meat regardless if, I'm like, don't eat meat, but for me it's gross.
Alright, why are you a vegetarian?
I chose to be a vegetarian. It was more of a gross factor for me. I think meat is disgusting. Once I learned more about the process of how the meat is, done, it's just really gross to me. And I love animals too, but that's really not the main reason behind my vegetarianism.
Do you think in today's society that it's getting easier for vegetarians versus, when you first made the switch?
I think so, because I think that people have decided to make the switch to be more, different and new agey, and so I think that because there's been such a big influx of like celebrity vegetarians and athletes and people that are more important since they are doing it, I feel like people are like, oh, then yeah, we've got to do that too. So now people are coming up with more and more products to suit our needs. It's fine with me.
Where do you get your vitamin B12 from?
I actually take multivitamins every day, and then I try to eat everything that I can that's healthy. Of course, there's some options that I choose that are not healthy, but there's a lot of things that I do get vitamins from still. And like my protein I get from peanut butter and then beans and just stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of options out there, not just meat.
Why are you a vegetarian?
I did a lot of research about animal cruelty, and just meat doesn't seem appealing to me at all.
What was it in your research that you found that swayed your beliefs this way?
I did a lot of research about PETA, and I even did research because I thought maybe if I just ate organic, but even there's not a lot of qualifications that are standard qualifications for whether or not something's organic, so people can slip by and claim that their stuff is organic or that they have, free-range chickens, but really it's not.
So was it them being stored in cages, or how? Like, what was it about how they were being treated?
It's just the animal cruelty, the animal mistreatment, like chickens with tubes down their throats being, fed grain, and it's just that there's this huge mass production of animals just dying every single day because McDonald's has to sell burgers and
Okay, so that's what made you switch from being a
meat eater,
omnivore, to a vegetarian?
Yes.
Now you still consume dairy products like milk and cheese and whatnot.
I do, yes, because there's vegans and there's vegetarians. I'm vegetarian.
What made you go vegetarian versus vegan?
I don't think vegans, I don't want to say that they're not as healthy, but they don't have as many options for like fiber and stuff that you need to have in your system as for like vegetarians. You'll have your dairy products and stuff like that, and as long as you don't have to kill the animal and you're not getting the bloody gross part, then I'm fine with it.
Would you ever consider going back to eating meat?
It's really not been an option.
How old were you, and what made you make the switch?
How
did that all go down growing up in Louisiana?
It didn't go very well. My parents didn't like it at all, but the last time I ate red meat was my junior prom in high school, so it's been like 6 years. My family is incredibly carnivorous, so it was kind of a fend for yourself. If you're going to do it, fine. And I think a lot of people do it to be different. They're like, oh, I'm a vegetarian because it's this new age thing. I did it because I don't believe in mindlessly slaughtering millions of animals. Just so, I mean, there's plenty of other things that you can eat. You don't have to eat meat.
Would you ever go back to eating meat, or have you ever felt like you're like, just craving it?
I have never had a craving for a burger or a steak or anything. They make veggie burgers. They make bacon flavored soy products. So if I ever, really thought I needed to, but even the thought or the taste of meat doesn't appeal to me. I'm fine with my diet as it is.
Is being a vegetarian more expensive versus being a conventional, omnivorous diet?
Yes. It depends on the kind of vegetarianism. I mean, if you are just a vegetarian and you live off of SpaghettiOs, then it's different than I like to buy organic food and organic vegetables and go to the farmer's market and stuff and get locally grown products. So it is more expensive, but it's better for you. So I'd rather pay a little bit more. I mean, what steaks are like $30 at a restaurant just for a steak, so I think it balances out.
You're paying more to get more in the long run. Let's see. What are some common misconceptions about being a vegetarian?
That we all work for PETA and throw red paint at people with fur coats, and that we're not healthy. People are like, oh, there's no way you can get enough protein in your body, or there's no way that you can be healthy, but I mean, we weren't created to be meat eaters. We were originally herbivores, so it's fine.
Where do you get your vitamin B12 from?
Vitamin B12. Probably from my fruits and veggies. I don't know what vitamin B12.
For me, I mean, sometimes I smell chicken and I'm like, wow, that smells really good, but I won't go back to it.
You never wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I want to go have a meat pie.
No.
Go on meat pizza.
No, and even when I ate meat, I was really picky about what I ate. So now,
good.
like chicken, it does smell really good. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I kind of miss that. But then, no, I don't miss it that much.
Do you feel full of energy? Since you made the switch, like if you were to work out, would you have enough energy, to complete the workout, or do you feel more like tired or moody or?
No, I'd be fine. I mean, meat isn't like the ultimate source of everything. You can get energy and nutrients, and I mean, quinoa is like the super berry. I guess it's a berry. It's kind of like a grain, but you can get protein and vitamins. You can get everything you need from something like that. So you don't. I mean, meat isn't like a Red Bull.
What are some common misconceptions about being a vegetarian? Like people yelling tree hugger at you? Or?
Yeah, that, and I believe that people that eat meat and they hear that I'm a vegetarian, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be eating this meat in front of you. It doesn't bother me at all. I guess some vegetarians are different, though, and it does bother them. But with me, they can go ahead and eat their meat. And I mean, I've even cooked it before for people, but it's just not a choice for myself.
Yeah, I eat well-balanced meals. I try to get my protein and my leafy greens and, my, like, carrots and tomatoes and stuff. I try to make sure that my meals are balanced. I don't always cook my own meals. I have someone that cooks for me, so.
That's always awesome.
So somebody else makes sure I get my vitamins.
What would be your daily or weekly diet? Describe that.
Lots of salad. I eat potatoes. I eat tofu, rice, vegetables, raw vegetables, fruit, lots of fruits. I eat like fruit smoothies for breakfast, and it's just kind of, since you don't get, I think that meat makes you feel fuller, so I snack a lot. Like I'll snack on dried fruit or raw fruit or something. So I'll snack throughout the day because I think that whenever you eat a big hearty meat meal, you feel fuller longer. And vegetables and stuff like that, it's easier to run through, and your metabolism burns through it quicker.
That's good. I like that. I like the grays too. Do you feel healthy, all in all?
I do, yeah. I feel like a lot of meat products and stuff, they're all deep fried and fatty, and I feel like with vegetables you can always eat something fresh, and it's better for your body. It cleanses your system, I guess, because it doesn't stick to your It's your insides. So.
Nonetheless.
Well, that's another misconception people have about vegetarians. I'm not going to go throw blood on, someone for eating meat, because that's their decision. I'm open-minded. I am a vegetarian, yes, and I choose not to, but I am open-minded, and I'm not going to shun someone.